Folks, and today I thought I'd talk about something that happens to all of us at some point in time. We have some type of a key run in our training plan that's coming up, track work, tempo, maybe a real long run, and something has come up that we're not going to be able to do that run on the day that it was scheduled. Any number of reasons. I'm sure it's happened to all of you. The thing we tend to think about then is, well, when can I get this run in? But you can see by that line is the question should not be when can I get the run in. The question should be when can I recover from the run? And that's a different question. And the reason we do that is because running does not make you fit. What? I run because I want to be in good shape. I'm preparing for a race, but running doesn't make you fit. Recovery from running is what makes you fit, because actually when you first run, when you do something hard, you're actually slightly worse right after that because you've broken things down in the body. That recovery builds you up a little bit stronger. So never ask when can I get the run in, ask when can I recover from the run, and that helps you determine when to get it in. So what do you do to recover? Well, there are two types of recovery. You have full rest. That is where you've got a day where you're doing nothing from an exercise standpoint. You're resting that day, or 2 days as the case may be. You can also have active recovery. I generally do something 7 days a week of an aerobic nature. Now, some of those are very, very light. Those workouts in and of themselves don't require any type of recovery, and I'm also recovering from something harder. So you can have full rest. You can also have some active recovery. There are other rules or guidelines that you look at. One you've probably heard before, you should not have back-to-back harder runs. That's true and not true, so there's some other considerations that you want to have with that. So first of all, whether or not you can do back-to-back, I will tell you, I can routinely do a track work, say on a Tuesday, which is fairly hard, and then maybe tempo the next day, which is moderate, and I am generally fine with that because it varies by person what you can do. Just because I can do that doesn't mean somebody else can, and somebody else might be able to do way more than I can. But I know people that once they have something hard, they've got to have recovery the next day. They can't add something on. We're all individuals. You have to know what works for you. It also varies by the runs that you have. So I'll give you a different example. Let's say I had a 20-mile long run and I want to do track work the next day. I would never do that. I can't in my wildest dreams imagine that it would be a good idea for me to do a really hard track work after a 20-mile long run. I just wouldn't put those two together. So you do want to look at how do you tend to recover, as well as what are the runs that you might be stacking if you're doing them back to back. You generally do your recovery in about 24 to 48 hours after a run. So I think that's one reason why for me sometimes I can stack a couple of them together, because then usually Thursday and Friday are going to be my recovery days. I'm getting the recovery from those works, but recovery doesn't have to be the next day. Again, you have to think about how to stack that. So when all is said and done, you're still looking and saying, geez, I just don't know where to move it. I'm not sure about this. You're wondering what the right thing to do is. Here's a golden rule that a lot of people don't like, but it's a good rule, and that is when in doubt, do less. Because when it comes to race day and you want to get there, you are way better off to be slightly undertrained than you are to be overtrained, because overtraining is going to kill you in the race. A little undertraining really isn't going to matter. So ideally, you can figure out when to recover, but if you can't, when in doubt, do less.